Welcome back to the Mail-In Podcast. I am your host, Brett Merriman. To my right, we have the lovely, the one and only, the absolutely dripped out Sally deFries in the building.
Finally.
What is up?
I got my hair done yesterday.
Look,
we weren't even going to use video,
voluminous.
and I was like, I actually look decent today.
You look hot.
Thanks.
It was we were literally going to record. So I watched it and he goes, "Is Randy here? We need video today."
Yeah, normally we haven't done video, I think, since the new studio has. We've only recorded like 4 times since the new studio has been out.
Yeah,
I apologize. It's been busy at work.
Couple co-hosts,
I have good news on that front.
Oh.
I'm going part-time in January.
Whoa.
I'm going to have 1 day off a week, so we might actually get to consistently have episodes out.
That's huge.
The problem is that like the day changes. So we may just like it, they will come out. They just might not be on the same day.
Okay. But consistent, more consistent Sally is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go. That's awesome. Okay.
It's been a busy autumn.
It has. Well, you walked in, you were like, "Randy, turn the cameras on. Let's go." The hair's all did. The sweater's cool.
I did.
Let's go.
I did tell my stylist yesterday that I wanted 90s hair. So we got a lot of layers going on here. There's like, and I'm not fully sure how to style it yet.
I was just saying, what makes hair now?
Well, like a lot of layers, like think like Cindy Crawford, Claudia Schiffer, like big.
That's not what you just did with that part right there.
Big 90s.
That's big 90s, like over the top part situation.
The middle part is like hard, but a lot of like side
That's
part
the
volume.
One. That looks like somebody. Who does that look like, Randy? Randy's here too.
There's definitely a photo of Amber Heard that looks like that.
Okay, well, that wasn't what I was aspiring for.
Well, I would say, Amber
No.
Heard is a very beautiful, physically attractive woman. I'm not
I am
going
gonna put my hair up in a clip so that I'm not like messing with it the whole show.
It gave me. It was like Kelly Kapowski.
That is the vibe I was going for.
Candace Cameron, for a second there.
Yeah, that's the vibe. But I still don't. It's a lot of short layers. I'm really not sure what I'm doing. And then when I try to put it back in a clip, Will tells me that I look like Legolas, which is pretty rude.
Legolas?
Yes. He was like, "Oh, you're doing the Legolas hair again?" And I'm like, I don't.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's not.
I see it.
What?
That's so rude.
Oh.
Do you know what we're talking about, Brett, from Lord of the Rings?
Legolas didn't immediately snap.
Yeah, I don't really know what to do
I
with
just
it
think
right
it's
now.
like, yeah. I wouldn't call it the Legolas look, but
I'm gonna be messing around with it. I think I am gonna have to put it back in a clip, or else
I think you just let it mess around.
I'm gonna be stressed about it the whole episode.
Looks blonder too.
Well, I think because it is getting lighter. The sun.
Yeah. That's what I did my haircut tomorrow, and it always looks so blonde after I do it.
Well, you famously use sun in as well.
I do. I haven't used it in forever. I ran out and I haven't bought more. I should.
Can
It
you
gets my
just
hair
do
like.
lemon juice.
I have like little lemon juice peroxide situation.
Peroxide?
Yeah.
Just put some lemon juice in like a mister. You don't need
That's what I do.
peroxide.
I mix it up with a little
Peroxide, Brett?
bang. Yeah.
No, that
my hair's-
screams South Lake Carroll football.
Perfect.
No.
Yeah, that's Brett's
Well, I was
dream.
gonna say, hold on a second. QB1 for South Lake Carroll? Yes.
No, they
Please.
all shaved their head and then peroxide their hair. Like
Oh God. I don't know about shaving the head, but
they buzzed their hair and then peroxided
yeah,
it.
we all used to do the high school thing where you would all like bleach blonde your hair.
Yeah.
I just didn't. My teammates did. I didn't because my hair was already
children
bright
will not be
blonde.
doing that. Yeah.
No. They don't have to.
Should we jump in? We got to be
Let's jump
tactical
in.
today.
We do have to be tactical today. If you would like to leave a question for us on the Mail-In Podcast, you can in the description of this episode, or go to washmedia.com, click on the mail-in link.
I will say what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
I have not looked at this rundown yet. So I'm going in fully blind.
Well, good news for you is that nothing you can't answer, except there is a sperm donor question. So I guess you can't answer that, but you can give advice on it.
Okay. Okay.
Randy can.
All right. Well, here we go.
Here we go. Hey guys, what is the female equivalent to the male Lulu ABC pants, sports polo, and white leather tennis shoe work outfit.
Is this like okay, I'm actually going to need some clarification on this because actually I might not be qualified to answer this given the fact that I wear scrubs.
You wear scrubs.
Is this like a finance bro, like corporate bro situation?
I'm guessing this office is tucked in polo, ABC pants, nice white sneakers. What do you wear as a woman in that
casual
office? It's like it's business casual 1 degree down. Because when I think business casual, I think of like a button down.
Okay. So we're talking like
we're talking like a marketing office.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen plenty of dudes. Actually, the last time Will and I were at Swedish Hill, there were like 3 dudes in front of us, ABC pants. Every single one of them was wearing a different tech material polo from like Pelican Hill or
some insert exclusive club here,
club, resort, etc. I don't know if girls have this.
I was gonna say, and this is less like work office attire, but the jeans, black top, white sneaker situation. Girls are absolutely it's everywhere.
Yeah.
And I think it is in the office a little bit, but it's less that's more what I think of like Saturday afternoon watching the game at the bar. That outfit is
I think
ubiquitous.
Girls tend to have and it totally depends on like what your place of work is, right? Because like any teacher, if you like go like every single teacher that picked up like Fritz this week, because we drop them off in a little line, they like get them out of the car or vice versa, they put them back in the car, is like wearing like a little like tennis skirt and like a t-shirt and tennis shoes because they work at a preschool.
Yeah.
But then like my friends who work in elementary school, like every single one of them, especially now that it's quote fall, are wearing like a dress and boots, you know?
Okay. Yeah. I got
you. I don't have a good context for this. I'm sorry. I'm not going to answer this well because I, again, wear scrubs.
You wear scrubs.
And then like my context of like what women to wear to work is my sisters.
Yeah.
And Emily wears like designer suits.
Well, she's like business.
Because she's a lawyer. She's wears like business professional.
True business pro to business casual, like at the lowest.
And she's somebody who, because she's like a dink and a lawyer who owns her firm, like she balls out.
Yeah, she's balling out. She's not. This question's not directed.
And this is what this was actually the one thing that I was going to add to this question is that I think it's a little different for women than it is for men because women dress for women and not for men. So if you're in a situation where you are, if you're like if ABC pants and a polo and white sneakers is like a give up outfit. Not a give up outfit, but like a no thought process outfit.
Yes, we are dumb. We like to have our routine set, and we're like, okay, polo, ABC pants, sneakers is just like
women won't do that mostly because we don't like to outfit repeat.
If and you also, I was just saying, you guys care about,
and we care about what other people think that we're wearing. I think that for women in like a corporate girly is like some sort of like casual pant and like a blouse and like a low heel or a flat. And probably like Cat Pat would be the person who could answer this question the best.
Good call.
And I feel like that's what I see her wear on Instagram all the time.
Yeah.
And then you like snazz it up with like a blazer or something over to like make it fashionable.
There you go.
I do get what you're saying about the every single like Gen Z to young millennial girl wearing jeans, black top, sneakers.
It is all over.
That's like,
and it's
casual.
Not bad. I enjoy it. I enjoy the outfit. Not that she's wearing it for me, but it's a good outfit. It's just it's a standard. Like we're just gonna throw the fastball today. It's gonna look good. The only thing you worry about is it's gonna be worn by 50% of the people at the bar.
Yeah, and I'm also in a little bit different era of like mom fit, you know? And I think that normal casual, like if we go to Fritz's soccer game this weekend, every mom there is going to be wearing, well, also because it's Texas, like jean shorts, some sort of white t-shirt, and then like a really neutral shoe.
Yeah. Mom fit.
mom fit. But I have, because I can't express myself in fashion terms at my work every day, I tend to branch out a little bit on my casual fits.
Sure, as you should.
But if you ask Will what I'm doing, I'm normally wearing like bike shorts and a sweatshirt, the princess tie, even if it's 95 degrees out.
That fit has also, I think, become, that's like the Saturday casual.
Yeah.
Then you go into the Saturday like bar outfit, and then there's like the Saturday like get fancy, throw on a dress, throw on the boots, throw on the dress. Do you get your hair did? Randy, do you have an opinion here?
Nope.
I don't think that girls really have an equivalent to this. Because
I don't either.
That
there's no perfect equivalent anyway.
Because girls don't like to wear the same thing every single day.
We also haven't worked with a girl in an office for
I was going to say I worked
two years. So, and Callie was in a couple days a week. And she was very Gen Z, obviously was in college. I haven't worked with a girl in 5 years full time.
Yeah. And also when I worked in Chicago, we had one girl there too. And I was one of like 5 people there. So
Randy, what does your girlfriend wear to work?
Ooh. Scrubs. Anyways.
You just cut us out so that we couldn't hear it?
Ooh. No, I just said scrubs.
Oh, okay.
No, there was that other word you said.
Anyways, what I was saying, I don't even know this fit for guys too, because I mean, we don't really wear that around here.
I mean, y'all wear, like Brett's dressed up, but like Will's normally wearing a Grateful Dead t-shirt and chinos.
He wears that slate gray t-shirt.
His whole outfit.
Yeah.
For Will's closet is like, we got to go on to the next question, but Will's closet is like, he's like, hey, I went to I golfed today, and I got this navy quarter zip, or like this navy like
to go along with your other
crew
14.
like tech material, and I'm like, that you have that exact piece of clothing.
Yeah.
In 17 iterations with just different logos on it. Like, women don't do that. We just don't. Probably the best equivalent of that is like the amount of jeans that I own.
Yeah.
That are different washes.
And hand up, guilty. I have the same either like gray or oatmeal colored crew neck sweater. I have about 9 of them in different, just slightly different array. But I see it online. I'm like, ooh, that's me. That's my style. And I just click. Here we are.
No,
with 9 crew necks.
All right.
Before we get to our next one, can I tell you about our friends over at Green Chef?
Yeah.
Fall is my favorite season, Sally. Everybody knows that about me. Everybody should agree with that, period, because it is the best season. The crisp air, cozy sweaters, oatmeal, by the way, and warm flavors just make everything feel comforting. It's the perfect time to reset and bring healthy habits back into focus. And with Green Chef, the #1 meal kit for eating clean, you can do just that. You a big Green Chef fan?
We are.
They give you the tools to be your own boss, is what I always say about Green Chef, because they literally do. They send you everything. You have to make it, which makes you a better person, period, a better chef. I would say there's a better partner, because they give you the tools, but you have to create something. You have to make the art. A little bit of art, a little bit of science, and Green Chef is going to do just that for you. How about some organic chicken and pineapple stir fries, Sally?
Wow.
You familiar with some chicken?
I have had chicken before.
How about some shrimp and bacon spaghetti squash Alfredo?
Wow.
That sounds really
that sounds delightful. Or some creamy chimichurri steak with basmati rice, mushrooms, and bell peppers.
That sounds like a restaurant meal.
That sounds so good. And it's restaurant quality. How about that?
Hey, Randy, have you made Green Chef for your girlfriend yet?
Nope.
But first at-home date night probably could.
Maybe. I mean, we definitely could, because Green Chef is amazing.
And you would look really impressive. She would think like you're a really impressive chef.
You would have to
just be like, I whipped this up out of nowhere. You don't have to tell her.
Yeah. You would have to plate the meal though.
Yeah, that's the point. Is you make it and then you plate it, and it makes you feel like you are a restaurant level chef.
Plate the meal. Are you putting little sauce swirls on your plates, Brett?
Sometimes.
Why not?
Sometimes. Honestly, Green Chef kind of like tells you how to present it, which I love. We're not talking like aggressive, like foodie situation here. We're talking just like not putting it out like slop for pigs.
Yeah.
No.
Don't you think your girlfriend deserves more?
Nope.
Golly, I think she does. And with Green Chef's real clean ingredients, helping you building long-lasting healthy habits without the hassle, she can. Enjoy salads ready in just 5 minutes, protein-filled breakfasts, or nutrient-rich smoothies to fuel your day. Green Chef is ready to nurture your nutritional needs. Oof, that was a mouthful. 80-plus dietitian-approved weekly meal options. Green Chef makes it easy to find meals that fit your lifestyle. So here's the deal. Make your fall healthiest yet with Green Chef. Head to greenchef.com/50mail and use code 50mail to get 50% off your first month. Then 20% off for 2 months with free shipping. That's code 50mail at greenchef.com/50mail. Hey, gang. Love the pod. We're expecting our first, assuming they mean child. Woo! Congratulations. And starting to think ahead about what life as a working mom might look like. I remember Sally mentioning their nanny before, and I'd love to hear more about the pros and cons of that compared to traditional daycare. We're pretty torn right now. For context, we both work from home, don't have any family in the area. I'd also be so interested in her perspective on formula versus nursing versus pumping, since there seems to be so much conflicting information out there. Thanks for everything you guys do. Love you guys.
Okay. Congratulations.
Woo.
I will be quick. Being a working mom is very tough and very rewarding, but I personally feel like when you have the right resources and you have the right team in place, it can make working worth it and enjoyable and not stressful. But it took a lot to get to that place. So if everything doesn't fall into place immediately, don't stress. Both of my kids did not do daycare. They are in like a preschool right now that we started when both of them were around. Charlie was a year, Fritz was about 18 months, just because of the way that the school year fell.
Sure.
But our preschool let you go as early as 6 months, but it's only like 2 days a week. I knew that we were going to need a nanny because I needed the extra reassurance that if my work schedule changed, which it's just being in medicine is a little tough because there's like times where I needed to be there really early or times where I need to stay late, and
it's not exactly a 9 to 5.
Will has to travel. And so I needed someone that could be there at random times.
Yeah.
We got really, really lucky. Claudia, who's our nanny, who's amazing, was not with us at the beginning. But we nanny share her with another family who is also like really awesome. Their kids are a little bit older, so we're able to like communicate, and we're really like, we work really well together. The other mom and I will just be like, hey, do you care if she brings the boys with her today?
Yeah.
My kids spend a lot of time with her kids, and they're like in middle school. It's a really fun dynamic.
You'll be smoking weed out of apples before you know it.
No, don't say that. They're really good kids. We found her on Nextdoor. It was like, it's like a word of mouth thing. Although there are nanny services like
apps, right?
Like apps, care.com. I interviewed a few people from, there was like a couple nanny finding services in Austin that like you basically pay that service and then they pay the nanny. I actually have a friend who has an au pair who loves her. Mean? So an au pair basically, and
sorry, I've heard that word a bunch.
I cannot fully speak to the au pair program because I don't have one, but an au pair is someone who comes across like from a different country on a work visa and stays and they live with you. So you're basically like giving them, but like you're giving them room and board to like live in another country and they like sponsoring their work visa and then they're taking care of your kids.
That's cool.
And even though they live with you, they're not like available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
They have their own life.
They have their own hours, etc. Usually it's young girls. The issue there is one of my friends who has an au pair is like, has like a 23-year-old from, like she goes out and parties and then they're like,
kind of like comes home and
they're like taking care of her.
Into the kitchen.
And she's great. And but that's part of it. It's like, she's young and living in Austin and like being single. And they like have a situation where she like takes care of their kids, you know, from 9 to 5 and then like a couple nights a week babysits for them or whatever. But like, it's all through the agency.
Oh, it's like paperwork.
Yeah, because you're sponsoring basically these people's work visa to come over from abroad.
Got it.
So like
it
usually
very
like
legit.
French or South African or English or whatever. You know, most of them speak English.
Okay.
Anyway, nanny. The most success stories I've heard from nannies are people who find them word of mouth, either through like their friends who don't need a nanny anymore, or their nanny has a friend who was looking to nanny. Those have been like my greatest success stories in terms of like people who like worked out well. I'm sure that other like nanny finding services and stuff like that work great, but it's always nice to know, like kind of have like a reference from someone you know. And so one thing I did before we found our nanny, that literally I found next door because it was like the mom that we nanny shared with had posted being like, hey, we are looking for a family to nanny share with us. We don't need her full time anymore. But like same thing, if you're on like a work list serve, like all the time we get people emailing out like, hey, my nanny's available. Our kids are going to school full time next fall, whatever. I also did some nannying in college. So if you live in a town that has a college, like getting plugged into a sorority is really easy because if you really only need help from when to win, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people like need help from like 1 to 5 every day. And some girls can do that because they don't have class, which is like what I did. That all being said, we needed one because both of us don't work from home. Will can, but it's not ideal. And it's definitely not ideal, I think, if you're working from home and also trying to take care of your kids.
Sure. Yeah.
Because you can't balance it both ways. My sister who has a nanny only a few days a week, they both work from home, but it's like, it gives them the opportunity to like do their stuff and have her.
Yeah. Being on, like, hey, you're on calls.
But it kind of depends on your kid. And like, if your kid's not born yet, then you can set the standard early of like, if we tried to work from home now and Fritz could see us, he'd be like,
oh, it's playtime.
Yeah. He's like, I don't care about the nanny. Like, I want to hang out with you. Daycare is great. Most daycares are going to have pretty good flexibility. Most of them will let you put in your kid at like 8 weeks. The issue with daycare early on is a lot of sickness, which is good and bad. Really shitty while it's happening because it's a lot of like, they're sick. You got to go pick them up. They can't be sick. But then once they get that like initial immunity after the first couple of years,
little herd immunity,
like but like you will get everything from it. And this happens when you put your kid in preschool. It's like they get hand, foot, mouth, they get the flu, they get the lice, they get literally because it's just a bunch of kids and they have no immunity.
Yeah.
So that's how they get it.
And they just love to just put their hands in their mouth and spit and cough.
So it's like to each their own. We have loved having a nanny. I love that we can like use her when we go out of town. Or if I have to work late and Will's out of town, like she takes care of my kids and I don't have to like give her a whole new routine. And honestly, my family's in the area, but they don't help a lot, mostly because there's so many of us. It's like my mom can't care for all of her grandchildren. There's like 3 different families. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And then really fast, pumping versus formula versus breastfeeding. Fed is best. Whatever works for you is best. I think it's important to go into it knowing like, okay, my goal is to breastfeed, but if I can't and I need to just pump exclusively or my kid needs formula, I think it's just important to, in parenthood, but especially in early postpartum, like your birth plan, what your plans are for afterwards, it's important to like know all the possibilities and be open to any possibility because a lot of times the best laid plans don't happen.
You plan, God laughs.
Yeah, exactly. I did combo feeding with Fritz. So I breastfed and pumped.
Combos right away?
Yeah, combos. And he got formula. With Charlie, he was breastfed, but I pumped while at work. My sister, who worked from home, like someone took care of the kids. And then when it was time for her to breastfeed, she breastfed them at home because she was there. And then they like took them back from her.
Sure.
So again, I think it's more important to find what works for you. Pumping is not my favorite, but something it was like a necessary evil. And again, it's important to find not every pump is the same and every person is different. So you'll hear 20 different recommendations. Again, it's important to find what works for you. I used a Spectra and then I used a Willow Go portable in my bra pump at work.
Portable pump?
Yeah, you just stick them in.
That's crazy.
But you can't like bend over because all the milk spills out.
Yeah.
But you do look like you got a breast augmentation. every 3 hours.
There you go. That's tight.
Yeah.
I don't have anything for that question, as I do not have children or breasts.
All right.
But congratulations.
Next one. Need help talking to my girlfriend's dad about proposing. He invited me for the first time on his annual trip back to his alma mater with his fraternity brothers for a home football game. Big deal. I'm very excited. We have a very good relationship and get along great, but I'm not sure how/when on the trip to broach it with him. He is very much not the guy who wants to be asked for permission, but I definitely want to tell him and later his wife and let them know. Maybe ask for his support. For context, we are driving down on a Friday morning and the game is Saturday afternoon. He has also referred to me as his future son-in-law to friends and her mother. Always ask about when we can start planning a wedding. So this is not coming out of left field. Thank you. Love you guys. I feel like this
seems like the easiest thing
This is
ever.
the perfect time to do it.
Yeah. Clearly this guy likes you.
Mhm.
It's not coming out of left field. You could do it whenever. You can do it on the drive down there. And then you do risk him getting really excited and then like telling all of his friends. So if you're trying to at least surprise your fiance, there's a chance that like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if any of his friends or the dads of her friends, like
It's bad gas travels fast in a small town. So.
right. So like, I think at any point, but maybe if it's going to eat you alive, just do it on the drive there.
Yeah.
And you don't have to ask. You just be like, hey, glad we have this time alone. I want you to know that I intend to ask so-and-so to marry me. Like, love her. Can't wait for life together, whatever.
Yeah. I think that's the perfect way to do it. Just like, I'm curious to what he means by like, we can't, or he's not the guy who wants to be asked for permission.
Well, he's probably not like a super traditionalist that's like, can I have your daughter's hand? It's like, I think every one of my, like Will and all of my brothers-in-law asked my dad, but I don't think it was much of an ask and more of a like, hey, heads up, this is happening.
Mm-hmm.
And then they like had a conversation about, you know, my dad like tried to be like really deadly and like,
just like, well, if you're going to have my daughter's hand,
but
you gotta go through
it was
me
mostly,
first.
it was mostly just like, this is kind of what I see our future looking like. So I think having some talking points of like, this is what I'm thinking. If you looked at rings, you can say that. That's always a nice like little, and then be
intro.
like, this is where I see our lives going.
Yeah. And just be like, just want to make sure it's cool, man.
I do think, and then especially if you have like proposal plans, like running those by him. Because like, I think one thing that pisses parents off is finding out like, oh my God, like Randy's going to ask our daughter to marry him. And then like, but with no like context of when it's going to happen. And then like 9 months go by and they're like, when the fuck is this happening?
Yeah.
And then like, and also they're like, I'm trying to keep this secret. So if you're going to do it, like have a plan in place. Like I'm doing it at Christmas.
Sure.
I'm letting you know now because we have this time together, but like, please don't tell her.
Yeah.
In my experience, the longer you wait, like the longer wait between asking or telling and like the actual proposal, the more likely that like people are not going to keep the secret, obviously.
Sure.
Like I don't even think that my dad told my mom until right before because he knew that like she was going to
no
spill
chance.
the beans.
Yeah. I think this is an easy one.
I think you can do it on the way up or you can do it on the way back.
Ooh, okay.
Because then it's like, you either do it on the way up and it's like fun all weekend and you're just like, this is great.
Yeah, then it's exciting. On the way back, you and her dad are hung over in the front seat. Like, hey.
But if you want to wait till the way back, so it's not like the theme of the weekend.
Yeah, no, I agree. Because then you get a couple beers in you at the football game, and the dad's going to be like, my daughter's getting married to all his buddies, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, congrats.
But he also already like introduces him. I don't know. I think anytime's fine. This dad sounds pretty chill.
His dad is inviting you to
you.
His annual trip with his fraternity brothers.
Like it's like you're already his son.
Yeah,
so
like
I think you're fine.
Freaking frat.
Yeah, what do you think he is? Delt?
I don't know. He's probably
Kappa Sig.
I don't know. Do you want me to list off every single fraternity, Brett?
Their house isn't even that sick though. They like, it's not even that sick.
Fucking probably Sig Chi.
Yeah, their backyard's kind of small. Let's do the next one, Sally. Hey, gang. My wife's best friend, Randy.
Wife's best friend. Okay, yeah. Yes.
Is in a lesbian marriage.
All right.
Her and her partner are looking to have a baby. What started as a joke turned into both of them wanting me to be the sperm donor.
Sick.
My wife is on board with this idea And her best friend are very close.
She and her best friend are very close. This is bothering me, but okay.
She and her best friend are very close.
Yeah.
I'm hesitant to the idea and unsure of what to do. I wouldn't be doing the act with the best friend, obviously.
There's
more of a scientific process involved, but still. The best friend and her partner have been very helpful to us when our daughter was born 2 years ago, and we want to be helpful to them. Any advice is very helpful. Thank you. I think it's an honor to be asked.
I think it's an honor to be asked, but I understand his reticence of like, this child is going to have my DNA.
Yes, totally. Totally understand the hesitation.
Is technically your child without like being your child.
Yeah. You're going to, since this person is going to be in your life, you're going to look at that kid and like, that is my son.
That is your son.
Like,
and how do you tell the child at some point, like, don't you have some sort of like biological, like, I kind of want to, like, do you have to be, you have to be there?
Yeah, that's
that's
a discussion too. Like clearly with two lesbian parents, it's going to be like, at some point the kid's going to be like, all right, am I adopted? Who's my father? Like, what are they going to tell the kid? Are they going to like wait till he's 18 to be like, oh, hey, like, and this is your biological father, Uncle Bill is your father.
So I think there's pros and cons to this. And I think this is worth sitting down probably with all four of you and discussing it. Of like, I want to help you out. I love y'all. Like, but here are my concerns. And I think it could be a positive of like, the kid wants to know who his or her dad is. And then you get to say like, biologically, your dad is Uncle Brett. Like you get to say that, and that they get to have a relationship with their biological father as well as their two moms. That is like really special, because I think that there is probably also people who were adopted who like wish they knew that they're their biological parents. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, but on the flip side, like God forbid something ever happened between y'all and like you lost touch or whatever, that could create an awkward situation. And I think it's really important to like do some soul searching of, would I be okay with this? And will I think that this child is my own? Because that is hard. I think that there's a component of this. If y'all are close, especially if they live in the same town as you and you're interacting a lot, are you going to be watching this couple raise your biological child and be like, I don't agree with that? You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing. I'm like, how much parenting can you provide for your own biological child that is not
the best context I can give for this is that Fritz and my nephew are 6 weeks apart. They spend a lot of time together. We spend a lot of time with Lily and Drew. We spend time with Fritz and Bane that Lily and Drew aren't there because Bane's coming over and playing at her house. And we inherently end up parenting the other kid.
Sure. Yeah.
But there's also parental choices that they make that I would never make myself. And it can lead to an awkward situation, especially when like someone's disciplining your kid or something like that. And you're like, I don't really agree with why you're being disciplined, you know?
Yeah.
Or like Fritz hits Bane and I need to go over there and intervene. Or really like Bane hits Fritz. And then I'm like, well, why haven't you said anything to your kid? Will that make a weird situation if you're around them? And then you're like, I feel like I need to kind of parent this kid a little bit.
I totally agree. I don't know. I don't know what I would do.
So I think that's kind of something, those like list those things out for yourself and like really wrestle with those yourself and kind of feel out what you thought, like your thought process is. And then the four of you meet and you talk about all of those things. Like, what's my role in their life? Like at what point are we going to tell this kid that I am the biological father? Do you want me, you know, any other kid, I would be an uncle-like figure anyway.
Sure. Yeah.
Because my wife is going to be an aunt-like figure for this kid. You know what? And then in the event that something catastrophic happens, and I mean like emotionally catastrophic, not like actual one of them dying, but like if we fully like lose touch, what's the
the rub there?
I feel like right now it seems like it's very much a 3v1 where you're like the only one hesitant. And I like, if that's the case, tell them to listen to this podcast because your feelings of concern are valid. Like, it's not like you're like on an island here. I like thinking like I was in a situation, I'd be honored, but I would have hesitance for sure.
Exactly. I think that probably the wife, her best friend, her partner, all like, this is great. Like, we love Brett. Like, we want him to be the father of our kid. And that is like a huge honor. And that if y'all are all close, that's great. But
there's questions.
I would be very hesitant too. I would be honored and hesitant.
And I think I don't remember the exact thing here, but like, if you guys are keeping a secret, and if you said you had a 2-year-old daughter and they're going to be close together, you got to be like making sure, like, we got to make sure a relationship doesn't develop here because you guys are brother and sister. Okay. You don't fucking, but like, they don't know that they're brother and sister. They're just like close family friends.
Yeah.
It's like, if it's a secret, it's like, yeah, you're half brother and half sister. It's like, would be an awkward thing to always be watching out for.
Yeah.
If it's a secret.
Here's something that I think of, and Sally, you can probably relate to this. Say that child that is biologically mine and is now over with them is raised to believe that 2 + 2 = 5, when I know that 2 + 2 = 4. And I think I would have a hard time watching things like that.
I think I get with the biology thing, but like, that's watching any other person's kids and stuff.
Fair.
I think the best context I have for this is I know 2 different couples that either the sister gave her sister an egg and then created embryos, and like they had a daughter. So it's like it's her sister's daughter, but it's really her daughter.
Yeah,
you know, and like that, like they're cousins, crazy. And like, you know, and then I know I have another experience very similar. It's like her sister was the gestational carrier, was the surrogate for her sister. So it's like she carried the baby. I think that's a little bit easier to stomach. Like,
yeah.
And I also think when it's your own sister, you're like, they're going to have some of my genetics anyway, because we're blood relatives.
Anyway. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have a problem with this. I just think that everyone needs to sit down and like everyone's assignment is talk about like it with yourself. Think about, we need to address XYZ. And then each party is going to like come to Jesus about how they feel about things. And then all 4 of you need to get together and say, here's how I feel about this. And like, what is this? What are we going to do if situation A arises? What are we going to do if situation B arises? Because I don't think that this is necessarily a bad thing. And I think it could be really awesome, especially like from my viewpoint of this kid is going to want to know their dad one day. And you're not just like an anonymous sperm 38B seed 1, 2.
Yeah.
Like you can put a face to name. You can have a relationship with this kid as quote uncle.
Yeah.
And be in their life and still add, you know, a lot of value and like
without necessarily
and be a father figure as his actual father, his or her, that like they might need one day.
Yeah.
You know?
You can, like, uncles do that for kids, and stepdads do that for kids. Like you can be a father figure, or you can provide advice that, say they end up having a son and he goes and plays baseball. Like you can coach. There's stuff like that you can do without directly being dad, even though you're biological dad.
Yeah.
But so I think I've come all the way around into being like,
you're into it now.
I'm into it now. Yeah. I started into it and I was like, oh God, like I got like cold.
I just think everyone needs to communicate.
Of course.
And plans need to be made.
Of course. What about like firing squad method? You get 3 buddies. They all contribute and you don't know who won the race. So nobody ever knows.
This would be a very interesting relationship on Modern Family. It's very close to like what that whole show was.
Yeah. I love that he specified that he wasn't just going to have sex with the
he said there's a more scientific way to do that.
Of course there is. You donate sperm and then they create embryos. That's what they do. Or they inseminate her with sperm. But like
right.
They turkey baster it.
They turkey baster it, yeah. Thank you. He's like, no, I'm not having sex with my lesbian friends. I promise.
Do we have time for one more?
I think we got to bounce, but unless you have a shower thought, we got a 2-minute shower thought.
I don't have a shower thought. This was a short one. We apologize.
We have to go
do more content.
Yeah. I got no shower thoughts. We're excited for new Taylor. Give it a couple run-throughs. See where we're at.
Yeah.
I'm excited for fall. Got a new pumpkin spice candle that I'm excited to light up.
Great.
Very nice. Yeah.
I got my Halloween costume picked out.
What are you going to be?
He's not telling us. Or are you going to tell us?
I don't think I'm going to tell you guys.
Fritz wants to be what he's calling an Ninja Turtle.
Ninja Turtle, yeah.
But at school Halloween. And then for, quote, the other Halloween, aka trick-or-treating, he wants to be a Black Panther. But not the superhero, like a literal...
Like a cat?
Panther.
Oh, I thought he was going to be like a political revolutionary.
No, so at school they play like basically big cats. Like his friends are lions, he's a panther, like etc. So then when you look
prey?
for a panther costume, there's like the actual mascot panther, and then there's a bunch of, but he says Black Panther.
Okay.
And so then I'm like, okay, well, this is what the costume is. This is a superhero. I had to like explain it to him, and then he saw it and was like, oh hell yeah, I want that because it's got like muscles.
Yeah, now he wants
like
to
mask.
Be Black Panther.
And I guess I was like, he's never seen Black Panther. What is he talking about? But there's a show called Spidey and Amazing Friends. It's like a little kid cartoon version of Spidey, and the Fall Out Boy guy sings the intro song for it because his son is like a huge fan. I just did something, and there is a Black Panther character on that. Cool. There's like they're all like kids, but like and a kid Thor and like some other ones. So he like has some clue, but I'm like, I don't like. When would he have seen this movie? Like he hasn't. Like he doesn't really know much about the Marvel. Is Black Panther Marvel? I don't know. Yeah, like universe besides Spider-Man.
Got it.
Like he doesn't know any other superheroes. So I was just like, where did this come from? But he's into it. So I think he's going to be a Black Panther.
Nice.
Cat / superhero.
Bang. I'm excited. I'm excited for mine. I just bought it. I got
to get a costume for Charlie though.
Ask Will to just run back his Ninja Turtle costume when he was a kid. I'm sure he still has it.
No, it's so sad. He did send a picture to us the other day. Fritz didn't even want to be a Ninja Turtle until he saw his friend who had his Ninja Turtle costume on like at their house on Saturday. And he was like, I have to be a Ninja Turtle now.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
Will's Ninja Turtle costume is maybe one of my funniest memories of him. It's
just like an actual like Franklin the Turtle, like with like ping pong balls as the eyes, and then he has a slinky as nunchucks.
It's a purple slinky instead of.
I haven't seen. I gotta find this.
Hold on. He sent a picture the other day.
It's really funny.
Hold on.
Well, while you do that, we will outro this episode. If you would like to leave a question for us, you can do so at the description of this episode. Rate, review, 5 stars. Oh, there he is. There he is. Nunchuck Slinky. Love
it's actually
that.
really sweet. He looks.
He looks like Fritz.
I know.
Oh my gosh. Like I said, questions in the description of this episode. You can also go to our Twitter bio or Instagram bio at Melon Podcast for both. And we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.